Welcome to Impact Headlines. US sees weakest growth in 2 years. India's GDP set to overtake Japan by 2025. Maldives moves away from India first policy. The US economy grew at its slowest rate in 2 years, growing 1.6% in the first quarter of the financial year 2024, down from 2.2% a year earlier. Growth has stalled due to decline in consumer spending, exports and government spending. This also comes during a time when inflation in the US has been continuously rising for the last 3 months. The current data reduces the chances of an overnight rate cut by the Fed in the coming months. Impact on Sri Lanka. Weak growth and high interest rates dampen consumer demand. The United States is Sri Lanka's largest export market. In the first 2 months of 2024, exports to the United States fell to $485 million, down 3% from a year earlier. Sri Lanka would benefit from stronger demand from the US citizens as the island nation intends to reduce its expanding trade deficit. India is expected to surpass Japan in nominal GDP terms by 2025, where the Indian economy is expected to reach $4.34 trillion, while Japan is set to reach $4.31 trillion. This will be made possible due to a weaker yen and India's strong growth momentum driven by strong consumer demand made possible by its large population. This development comes during a time when India is attracting large sums of funds from advanced economies. In 2024, the Indian economy is expected to grow by 6.5%. Impact on Sri Lanka. India accounts for about 65 to 70% of Colombo port's transshipment volumes. India also is now Sri Lanka's largest tourist source market, attracting over 117,603 tourists year to date in 2024. Economic growth in the subcontinent nation significantly helps multiple industries in Sri Lanka. Last week, Mohamed Maizu, president of Maldives' pro-China party, won a landslide victory at the parliamentary elections. This development is likely to further push Maldives closer to China and away from India. Diplomatic relations between the two countries are already strained as President Maizu, who was elected last year, won on a pledge to end the country's India-first policy. As a result, Maldives' tourism has taken a hit, with Indian arrivals dropping by over 38% so far this year. Impact on Sri Lanka. This development is expected to positively impact Sri Lanka, with more Indian tourists arriving in the country. Going forward, India is expected to become a significant contributor to Sri Lanka's FDI. Just last week, President Ranil Wickremesinghe inaugurated ITC Ratnadeep, a luxury hotel in Colombo, funded by India with an investment of $300 million. And that's the wrap for this week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on the latest developments in Sri Lanka.